Hey everybody, so presented here for your consideration are some more aftermarket parts for the Mobius Models Jupiter 2 kit. There are about 5 or 6 fusion cores out on the market, and here is the second review for one. This one comes from TenaControls, so let's open it up and take a look. So this ships standard in a regular priority USPS shipping box here. First thing you get is a diagram and a 5-year warranty. I don't know of anyone else that does this, but if there's any kind of problem whatsoever, send it back and he'll fix it for you and send you a new one or repair the old one. So we got some standard lights here, a couple controller modules on the board itself. Looks like a potentiometer and a battery. Here's the battery. I don't think anyone else throws a 9-volt in there. Nice little consideration. And wrapped up all gentle-like. Here we go with a fusion core. As I mentioned, this is made by TenaControls. I found them on YouTube, and he is currently selling these on eBay alone until he gets his website going. A couple of the LEDs here are kind of out of position, but I think once you put the board in to the model itself, you can bend these to fit the windows exactly. So here we have our pot. That's probably a speed controller, battery, and a power button. So let's take a look here. Straight out of the box. Let's hold this real delicate. And we got function. So there's the slowest it'll go. And there's the fastest. This is advertised as having a pulse modulation. So you can see at the cardinal points here, a couple of the lights kind of stay on or do an extra little blink as everything goes around. That is designed to be that way, which is an interesting little thing. All the components here are fairly solid on the board. There's no problems with that. An overall light little piece. It's a big switch, but if you're inclined, you can certainly make that smaller. There is no dome light to this. I talked with Ralph at TenaControls. He's the owner and producer of this. He makes each one by hand. And he mentioned that you can contact him for a dome spinner. The reason why he left one out is that with the model, you can either fit the plastic pieces that go up in the top, or you can fit some LEDs. So apparently he wants to give folks the option to do one or the other. Let's turn the lights down here a little. So that pulse modulation there is definitely an interesting little effect, seeing it on the camera. Lights are a little blue on the video screen, which means these are standard white LEDs. It's really nice. I like that a lot. Let's slow this down a little here. Go to the other extreme. I definitely like that effect. Throwing this potentiometer in here so you can change the speed to anything you like is definitely a nice touch. And it shouldn't be too difficult to mount this into the model itself. This is basically a standard volume control that you'd see on your radio or a guitar, anything like that. The base itself here, if we can get some focus going on, you'll see there's a bolt on top. Essentially, you can put your material, whatever you're mounting it to, in between the bolt and the piece below it, and then just screw this down tight, just like you'd find on any guitar with a guitar It's not a pick shield. Pick guard is what they're called on guitars. And that's exactly how they're connected. A piece of styrene sandwiched in between that. Just drill a hole that's big enough to fit the switch in here, and that's that. As I mentioned, Ralph builds each one of these himself. He gets the boards produced, of course, but every one of these LEDs, resistors, and everything on here is done by him. I think he also mentioned that this was originally done for the 12-inch Polar Lights Jupiter tube, but this fits just about perfectly into the Mobius model. So let's take a look at that.